All right, so first thing we're going to do is actually learn to pull those points. We're going to use this tube. What's going to happen is I'm going to heat it up, and I'm going to bring one side over to you, just this side on the right. You're going to grip it with your hands. We're going to learn to stretch the glass. I can't really describe how it feels, just how you do it.
Yep.
Okay, there's no way to describe it. So again, I'm going to demonstrate it. Then each one of you, one at a time, are going to come over and we're going to stretch it, pull a point. That point's what you're going to use for your ball.
Awesome.
Okay, ready to go?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. You can stand wherever you like. If you don't like, if you want to see first-person view, hover in you feel like.
Yeah, I was going to say,
As long as you don't tickle my ears, we're good.
Cool. What about the armpit?
Nah, can't reach there. Although I did take a shower today for you guys.
We appreciate that. Not that, you know. Well, thankfully, though.
It is, but still. I've had a few rare cases. Oh, that was special.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Wow.
So what happens is this gets hot. See how it's kind of orangey?
Yeah.
And it's bubbling right there and shrinking in a different spot? So what'll happen is one at a time I'll hand this up. And we're going to pull very slow. Have a good time. Bye. Start stretching it. Now you'll be out there and we're stretching it this way. And as it starts to cool, just going to stand. Once it gets to a point, I want you to hold it. After I know it's cooled down, I'll take it back over and we're going to burn it off up here. And you'll still stay around. So the next part I'm going to show you, you'll be doing later too. This is where, if we went to make this into a ball, this is going to get too top heavy. It's going to have too much mass at the top. It won't blow out evenly. So we're going to remove that by just carrying it off. You'll be doing this down the road, but this next part is what I really want you to learn. Here is the scrap excess glass. When I put something in the water and break it off, it's just that. You put it in, it cracks it. Yep. And tap it off. Yeah. So when it does explode, it goes in the water, explodes in there, not all over your bench creating shards. And then after that, we just put it in the kiln and warm it up. Cool. So you're ready to go. We're going to start. Let me some of the stuff inside here. They just finished their class.
Cool.
They're staying in our Airbnb. All right, so here we go. Yep.
And I'm just pulling the one side. You're holding the other side?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah. It's just to learn how the glass feels.
Yeah, I just wanted to double.
Yep. Thank you for asking. I had a lot of people reach to the other side. It's like, nope, just one. Actually, learning to do this part is difficult.
It doesn't.
With
It's one of those
both
things where it doesn't look like it, but it's probably because it's so simple. It takes a lot of practice.
It just takes practice. That's all.
Yeah. Yep.
Here we go. A little bit warmer. Okay, ready?
Yep.
Take both hands. Both hands. Yep. Slow. Perfect. Very nice and slow. You go too fast, we'll do it back.
Yeah.
Go ahead and pull. Step back. Pull. 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 Good. There you go. Keep it tight. Got it. Perfect. Nice and straight.
Yeah, there's absolutely no way to describe that. Because I'm like, every time it started to get tight, I'm like, it's going to snap in my hands. And then you're like, no, pull harder. I'm like, okay, I trust him.
Yeah. You're gonna have a whole new appreciation for the glass. Some fun properties it has.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna throw this off here. Go ahead, put that in the water and break it off. There you go. You can be a little bit
more aggressive. Okay.
Yeah. You don't have to be worried about it.
Yeah, I was like, already, I'm like, okay, glass is not nearly as fragile as you would imagine it to be.
No. Well, not all glass. This is just the borosilicate or the type.
Right. And so is that the only type of glass that you can blow things with or create with, or?
No, there's different types. This is called a hard glass,
Okay.
meaning it's the same hardness as like a diamond.
Oh, wow.
Exactly the
That's why
same.
it won't shatter.
Yeah. Wow. That's so cool.
The other type is called soft glass. You ready?
Yeah.
Both hands. Slow. Slower. Slower. Slower first. Okay. Start going. Slower. Now you not gonna hurt. There you go.
Lose my grip.
That's why I had you do two hands.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
I wasn't afraid of like pulling it too tight based on watching him. I was just like, shit, I gotta actually like not get sweaty while I do this.
Yes. Okay, last part here. Take that, go ahead and put it in. And break it up. There you go. So that's kind of how the glass stretches.
Cool.
May or
That's
may
weird.
not be happening with whatever you decide to do, but now you know how it is.
Yeah.
So the next part, we're gonna go right into how to blow the ball. I'm gonna do a little left-handed, a little right-handed, so you get better views, but you're gonna do everything with your right. Okay? So first thing is, we're gonna heat the dome of this up, the very front.
Yep.
Now gravity's constantly pulling the glass down as it's molten. So instead of fighting it, they use it and let it do its work for me. So we're gonna heat this up, let it kind of drip into like a half bowl right there. Okay? So it's gonna form that. Once it does that, you're gonna bring it over to the powdered glass and just roll it in. Don't push it in.
Yep.
Kind of let it roll in, pick it up and make it look like sandpaper.
Yeah.
Then you're gonna bring it in. You can do that 2 times. You don't have to remember everything. I'll walk you through. You're just tacking it on there. You're not melting it in.
What's the type of metals that are in the?
This one's a mixture of everything, but normally you're talking cobalt, chromium, gold,
Yeah.
silver, manganese,
Yeah.
iron, lots of different combos.
Yeah, there's different metal compounds you could put in the fuel for fire spinning.
Yeah.
Really bad for you,
Yeah.
but it makes it blue or makes it green
Yeah.
or makes it pink.
Yeah, we're going to be using silver and gold for the front. That's going to be really cool. Yeah. All right, so once you have this front done, we're going to change angles and start heating it on the side. You want the white part of the flame on the white part of the glass. Don't go into that paper area.
Right.
Okay, just the white part. Now, the way I like doing this is I like seeing through the flame to my glass. You see the glass to the flame, it's a little more difficult.
Uh-huh.
So you just kind of have it down there. If we heated it this way, we'd have a balloon animal. We want a ball. So we just heat it up, and while rotating, always keep it rotating, we just roll it in on the sides. And it picks it up. Back in. If you forget to rotate, you're making this here. Let me show you what, sometimes it's really hard to mess up. And you forget to get the golf club, just bring it out and let it fall back into place. So if it gets off, don't panic. You didn't break it, you didn't ruin it, there's nothing wrong, we can fix it. So the most important thing is just don't worry about it or panic. So you're gonna do this a couple times on here, 2 to 3, depending on how much you get coated on there. So the next part is we're gonna go back to the front. Now we're gonna start melting all that in. It doesn't have to be smooth, it can be about the porousness of like granite.
Okay.
Doesn't have to be perfect. Once that's done, I'm gonna come back to this angle for the last time. Do it this side so you get a better view. So it should start to look like you're roasting a marshmallow sim.
That's exactly what it looks like.
You just heat it up. Let it see how it's shrinking down.
Mhm.
I can
The
start
front.
to see it create that spherical shape from underneath too.
And then now that it's wanting to move around, then you can speed up a little, and centrifugal force will keep it somewhat centered on there. And And it can be off like that. Don't worry about it. It's blowing it out that's going to make it round. So just bring it up.
Oh, so cool.
Blow it out. So it's very slow at first. I can't tell you how much pressure because we're all different. So you just have to experience it. If it goes too big, you'll have a flower like what's in the vase. Blow it open. Oh, okay. That's what you get.
Yeah.
So by the time you get it, you'll be able to just knock it out.
All
So it'll be strong. Last part.
Oh man, that's gonna. freak me out
If
for
you
a minute
choose
or
to
so.
do this as an option, it's not showing it as well. Thought I had a rod here all set for it. I have to make another one. A little chunk of silver on that.
Yeah.
Can't use big chunks because it just melts and falls off. But if you
Right.
want to iridize your glass, I'll control the silver rod all the time, but we're going to superheat the silver and it'll transfer through the flame onto the glass.
So is that how they do like fuming?
Yeah, that is exactly it. It's fuming.
Cool.
So we just kind of got buried in that. There we go. So it's a very quick process when it's done. There it is. So see, it's a little bit iridized right there, but
Yeah.
you can change it by polishing it out.
Oh, wow.
Oh
Yeah.
wow, that's
Really
so
cool.
cool.
Not as silvery as I like it, but
You can see it.
yeah.
Oh,
That's super cool.
that's chemistry forever.
A little frustrated with it. I want to see if I can get it better. There we go. A little bit better.
That's so cool.
And that's what you're going to do in the beginning.
Awesome.
Cool.
Got a few here.
I was like, I definitely
I
want
can always cut one in half.
I think it's fun. I have
Oh, there's a good one.
a buddy who started blowing glass. Now he's actually, like works with a lot of really big artists selling in shops on the East Coast and stuff. But he practiced for a really long time, and the one thing that he ended up getting really good at that his mentor was like, "You do this better than I do," was the fuming stuff. So that's how I kind of knew about it.
Fuming is an art by itself.
Yeah, that's basically what he said. He's like, yeah, I can, his mentor specialty was sculpting, so he would make these like penguin sculptures, massive detail about this big. And he's like, that's my specialty. He goes, well, I can't do what you're doing. So yeah, it's so cool.
All right, whoever wants to go first, I'll go first.
Okay.
Yeah. No worries.
Reach
Put it
me
all the
out.
way back. There we go. Hands up. Don't want to touch in between the vents. There we go. You're good. Never put in danger. Work up. Relax your left hand. There you go. Work up a little higher. Start out here. And just rotate whatever feels comfortable. A little slower. There you go. Remember, it's relaxed. Should be no stress.
I know it's like a very hot thing.
While it's rotating, just kind of let it slow down. Bring it back to the plane. Keep going. Okay, bring it down. Do it all by yourself. Make sure you get very tip top. There you go. Bring it back to the plane. Good. Move your hand closer to mine. Everybody works their way down away from the fire. It's normal. Doing good. Okay, bring it out of the plane. Keep it rotating. Just let it sit for a second and cool. Relax. Like this way. What you're looking for is right about there.
Okay.
Done good. While rotating, bring your hand down. Roll it on its side. Let it dig in there a little bit, just like this. Okay, that one's a little easier. Right back into the plane, same angle. There you go. Perfect. And do it again. You got this. Back into a plane. Keep going. And do it again. There you go. We're going to go one more time.
You said the number of times just depend on how much.
Yeah, I kind of watch it.
Yeah.
Go ahead, do it now. And it gets fewer and fewer in between because it's so hot. Just tack it on there. Bring it out of the plane. Keep it rotating. Good job. Change up this way again. Move the hand close. There you go. Start melting those front nuts in. Just very fun. Okay. Bring it out of the plane. Keep it rotating. Good. Then change to this last angle this way. Start heating. So we want to start at the top up here. You need the top of the glass, and then as it starts melting in, we can move further in. Okay? It'll start compressing down. That'll force you to move in a little bit.
It really does look like a marshmallow.
It really is, yeah. A very molten marshmallow.
Okay, see how it's starting to heat up and move? Now you can spin a little faster. John, I'm going to move your angle. Keep spinning. So now you can go this angle here. See how it's starting to stay on?
Yeah.
You got it. I'm going to let you loose for a little bit. Yeah, mess it up. Okay. Keep spinning. Ready to blow it out? Take your time. Hold. Go in slow. Now more pressure. More. 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 Harder. No. No. I promise you it's moving. Go. Big breath. Push hard. A little bit more. Good. Awesome.
So cool.
How cute.
You want to add silver to it or leave it natural?
We can just leave it natural.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll be fun. Then I'll add silver to the one I make.
Well, wait, that's just the practice one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's just practice.
Oh, cool. Well,
Yeah.
You can add silver to it if you want.
Well, yeah, you might as well practice what you're going to do, right?
All up to
I
you.
mean, I'm tempted to practice that.
Like Burger King. Have it your way. There we go. Oh, yeah.
It's amazing
Something you're
how,
used to.
well, yeah, I was going to say, it's amazing how much the direction really forces that.
So up here, and just rotate. You both have opposite rotations. A little faster. There you go. Okay, keep it rotating, bring it down, just relax. Let it roll through. Just like that. Back to the plane.
Here, you didn't know what it is. I was like, oh, of course you just weren't comfortable.
Yeah, everybody's different.
Yeah.
And all by yourself, do it again. There you go, back to the plane.
Oh, good.
So I grew up with it. Both my parents are glass blowers.
Oh, cool.
I've been around it a long time, but
Yeah.
full time about 30.
As long as you can.
Yeah, it's been a fun adventure.
I'm
I
sure.
really expanded at about, let's see, I was 23. I got a job at the MGM in Las Vegas as the glass blower.
Sick.
Demonstrating.
How to do it.
It was a blast. Remember, see through the plane to you.
Right.
There you go.
Thank you.
Keep rotating. And bring it down. Rotate on its side. Yeah, that was a good job. 6 years, they paid for all the materials, all everything.
Oh, fun. One of my mom's best friends was last 3 years ago.
Down, do it again. It's a hard job to keep going with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think it was only her like, primary for like 5.
Our primary business is the memorials that are in the showcase. It's made with ash when people are pets.
Oh, wow.
Usually through glass. Bring it down one more time, rotate it through. Then I started building the custom PCs with the glass tubing,
Oh,
turning them
shit,
into
you
art.
built that?
Okay, good. Okay, we'll start at the top again. Now you're gonna start melting the little nuts just on the front. A little more angled this way. Okay. Okay. Bring it out of the flame, let it cool. Now we're gonna go for that marshmallow look. So you start up here,
Mm-hmm.
and as it starts melting, you kind of work your way further that
Yep.
way into the flame. You just keep rotating. Now that it's starting to want to move, now you can speed up a little. Right up here. It'll start to want to dance around. That's how you keep it up center. Okay, we're going to hit it one spot, just keep it rotating always. I just move you around, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Keep rotating. Back down here. They blow it out.
Mm-hmm.
There we go. Nice and slow. Slow down. Slow way down. Now more pressure. More. Slow down. Take more. 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 I promise you it's moving a little bit. Go. Big push. Down. There you go. It's a little off, but it's cool.
Yeah.
It's still round. So
Totally.
this is just to teach you the air pressure.
Totally. Yeah, and that's kind of what I was trying to get the hang
So
of.
left hand. Want to add the silver?
Yeah.
So I'll bring the silver into, there it is.
And then I do it up here.
Yep, just catch the vapors. Keep going, all the way around. Keep going. Okay, bring it out of the flame. Now, let it out there. Let's rotate it around. Should be more silver coming out. Still more. Here we go. Go ahead. Okay, bring it out. Now buzz it out. There you go. That's
Cool. Fun.
looks good. All right. So let's go from here and talk about what you want to make.
Alrighty.
Go in that direction. So what I'll explain to you everything that's available. And you get to mix and match and do your own thing.
Sweet.
So I'm gonna be right behind you. Yeah. So shot glasses, jars, trinket trays, dishes. People also use them for sushi dishes and soy sauce dishes. Really cool. Wine toppers, ready to do the ball. Ornaments, you can also do blown ornaments, pendants, and then pens that are refillable with big inserts. So you can mix and match now. So if you want shot glass with like that type of design, you can do that. You can also change up your colors. Not everything here is as seen. So like this is freeform. Think of finger painting with molten glass. Same thing.
Okay.
Okay. But you can put up to 4 colors on it.
Cool.
So you're not limited by one. Same thing here. You can mix and match. Some freeform designs. Hobnail, octopus sitting on there. It's really light colored right now. Same thing on here.
That's
Little.
fun.
So you can mix and match and kind of pick colors. You're not limited by the colors that are here. Just if you have certain colors you want to do, let me know. I'll pull them for you and show you options. But you get to kind of choose what you want to do and then design-wise, whatever you feel like doing. Just mix things up and say, I really like this lines and dots, but I want it on a shot glass.
Okay. Cool.
So that's kind of what you have to decide on.
I want to make a painting with a little daisy in it.
Oh my God, they're adorable.
I mean, we could do that. I mean, you can make whatever you want for yourself.
Yeah.
Because I know you said like a pendant is something that I would definitely wear. I've got multiple ones that are broken from overwear.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was just like it wasn't that they broke because they were poorly made.
No,
It was
no,
like
they happen to.
one fell on the floor or something, something like
Just
that.
remember, they're all fixable.
Oh yeah. One of them actually was a pendant that my buddy put on a Sherlock that he made me, and it was on the outside,
Mhm.
and it just like, the thing fell off my dresser or something, and it happened to break at there.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, well the pipe is no longer usable, but that's still nice. So I have it on my dresser.
Nice. Yeah, you can do. It's up to you. Whatever you feel like.
Mhm.
Oh wait, do you want me to do it? You had originally said it would be cute to make pendants for one another, but you just want to make a pendant with the
I just want to have a pendant with a daisy in it. Whether you make it or I make it, that's okay.
What color do you want the daisy color?
I think just what, like traditionally white with the yellow center.
Okay.
Yeah, it looks very cosmic.
So
Yeah.
that is exactly like the one to the left of it.
Mhm.
The only difference is the background.
Yeah, the background's white and this one. Right?
Yeah.
Cool.
The color is exactly the same color. The pattern's a little different, so that one is kind of a cool pattern to work with.
Yeah.
It'll be very different than what you think.
Okay. Let's do this.
Okay.
Different thing like that.
All right. So pendant with daisy and pendant like that.
Yeah.
Okay. We will do that. All right. Let me grab this.
Well, I was like, I've had a bunch of really kind of like swirly, cosmic-y looking pendants, and
You also have that with the mushroom?
So I have one that's a mushroom inside of a ball,
Yes.
which
That's pretty easy to do.
yeah, one of my buddies had started taking some glass blowing classes, and he started out by making like some balls. He made some dabbers and stuff, and then started making the mushrooms in the balls. And he was like, the technique isn't that hard. He was like, but to make one that actually on the inside comes out right, I think he was like, it's the speed.
Yeah.
He's like, if you do it too fast, you get this like weird looking thing. Too slow, and it's all so. Yeah.
Yeah, the 3D mushroom version is fun too. So it all depends on what you want to do. But
I don't need to show the world, but I'm just gonna,
so let me grab the colors that you need. So you wanted white primarily, and then the yellow center, right?
That's very, yeah.
Yeah, and then would it be smart to have something in the background so you can see it, or would you not really need that?
On the white with yellow, I don't think you need it.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
You know, if you added a background to it, it may throw
The
the whole thing off a little.
Yeah.
But you're welcome to add a back to it if you want. The only back that I would recommend, not the blue, but the sparkle here.
Oh,
Yeah, let's do that in the
Fun.
background. That would be super fun.
So some type of sparkle
Yeah.
in the decor.
Yeah.
I would do it in the more copper.
Cool. Works for me.
Find a good piece.
I trust your expertise.
It'll look good.
Oh my god, these are so fun.
Yeah. It's the only thing that keeps me motivated to use them. They're goofy looking.
That's great.
I didn't think they were all different. That's really fun. I love that.
Is this more of a like old school
Okay,
settling?
so yeah. This is technically called lamp working. It is a form of glassblowing.
Yeah.
Where does the lamp working come from? Back then, before they had torches and compressed gas, they had kerosene lamps. So they would modify it to blow a flame. So the term lamp working came from the kerosene lamps. And it stuck. I wish it was cooler, like flame throwing or something like that, but it's lamp working. And I can never say that. I always have to say glass blower, because if I say lamp working, people are like, oh, can you fix my chandelier? I'm like,
It's like if it's made of glass.
yeah. So that's what that is for. It is just to show how they used to do it. Used to have to pump up
Oh, it smells great.
just the flame, pump up, Just
Wow. You're constantly pumping the gas
Yeah,
into there.
yeah. What a
Talk about a
pain.
craft, man.
Yeah.
Like,
Well, he must have had 3 arms or something.
yeah,
Must have taken a long time.
apprentice or
So anyway, that's how that was derived.
Cool.
That's a little history on that. All right, so pendant. Trying to see who's going to want to go first. I'll do that.
All right, I guess I'll go first.
Okay. Let me get your colors all set then.
You're way more comfortable with fire than I am. So like, okay, back to business.
Yep. Don't worry about it. That happens.
It's been blustery today.
Yes, it's not been fun. So these are your 2 colors.
Sweet.
So for yours, we have a really cool color.
All right.
It is called Mai Tai.
If it looks anything like they taste, it's gonna be good.
This is how it looks when it starts out.
Oh, wow.
That's what it does.
Oh,
That's
cool.
so rad.
Like the whole into the blue, or is it just
Yeah.
this part?
Oh,
This whole thing.
yeah.
Oh shit. That's so awesome.
So it's a cool color to work with.
This right here is good.
Let's see if I got it.
That's what I remember Joey was saying. He was like, the hardest thing about, not having your own space is he was like, studio rentals, and he's like, and then, you don't think about it, but he's like, glass rods, they start to add up when you have to buy all the different colors
The
and
colors
everything.
are expensive.
Yeah.
So they range in like 35 to 160. So they get up there. I never tell anybody the price of the color they're using because I want them to pick what they want,
Yeah.
not because it's expensive.
Yeah.
All right, so first things first. You will be doing something called a latticino, or laddie for short. Yep. Sounds like a coffee. So it's this.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh, wow.
It looks simple, but it will be challenging. But I like challenging. I think it's fun.
It's simple doesn't always mean easy.
So this here,
Like both of us are the same way. If it's not challenging, it's not as fun.
you're going to take your Mai Tai and you are going to stripe it down. I'm going to teach you all how to do all this stuff. We're going to do everything here. Start out 3 inches, 2 to 3 inches away. You attach, keep the color in the flame, not the clear rod. This stays in the same position. I am moving my left hand upward. See that? And you stop and pull back. Like that. Hold it like this. Nope, like I have it. There you go. Very comfortable. You're going to have to hover it. I apologize. Attach. Keep it in the flame. Push in and down as I go up. There you go. Stop. Pull very slow. Just like that. Sounds right?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do it on this side. So then you have to hover a little bit. Sorry.
No problem.
Keep it in the flame. Push in and down. Stop. Pull slow. Just like that.
Cool.
Okay. You're going to do 2 sides. This one has 3, but it's not going to matter. Once you have the 2 sides done, you're going to take a punty rod or a holding rod, attach it to the front. Try and keep this as straight as possible. Loose fingers. If I could show you how loose it was, I wish I could, but I'm just kind of rocking it in there.
Yeah.
Very, not over gripping it. Once it's kind of set, I always have my left hand a little higher than my right. Start here. I start twisting my left and use my right to start and stop twisting. And pull at the same time.
You're pulling both sides or
Not just the left as I'm turning. Now you can pull the right or do it the opposite way if you want, but it's really your choice. Yep.
So the side that does the twist and pull, and then the other side's the stabilizer.
Yep. Notice it's barely turning. Watch this rod barely turn
Yeah.
to the other. I'm just going to pull like that. So you get to the end. that's how you're gonna be doing it. In the beginning. The dichro, I'm gonna have to do a portion of this, actually, but for the background, it'll be, you'll use it for the background, but this, so the dichro is metal.
Okay.
It's a very thin piece of metal layered on there, 55 layers actually, metal on that.
Holy shit. So cool.
But see how it is now?
Yep.
It won't look this way in a minute, but you get to see how it's done. It's really fun.
Yeah.
Push in, pull back, lock it in place. You're gonna take another rod. Because the dichro will burn off, if it hits the flame directly,
Mhm.
we have to encase it. So what'll happen is I'll take the glass side. This side is just glass. The dichro side is opposite of it, the metals. So I can hit it with the flame, and I'm gonna warm it up. Put a layer of glass on there.
So similar to the striping thing, just
Some of the
different
striping, but this
material.
one, it's just different. But I'm just kind of warming this up.
yeah.
Because now I'm going to go to the dichro side. So the dichro cannot hit the flame at all.
Okay.
So you kind of have to grip the glass on to get it to work. Now, a lot of people do it differently. I think this is the best method. So I'll start here. Notice it's not even in the flame.
The rod goes through it.
Yep. I'm just kind of forcing it down, dripping it onto it.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're talking about.
Then the little side exposed right there.
And then once it's covered in that, it can go in flame.
Yep. Now that it's covered, kind of see it like that.
Yep.
See, this side is a little toasty, but you won't notice it. We're gonna start here. Same type of method though. We're gonna twist it up. And that's what's gonna break it apart from that flat surface into the confetti look.
Right.
So we can start twisting. This will be what you use for your background.
Cool.
Right.
Years ago. Really?
Well, the dichro is fairly new. It's about
Okay.
1970 was about.
Got it.
It was originally developed for the spacesuits, the shields.
Yeah.
Those gold shields. That's what it was. The light filtering glass.
Okay.
So we'll let it cool a little bit, but you can see the sparkle from the
Oh,
glass.
yeah.
Look at it. That's so cool.
So it's just doing that all the way through.
It's so cool.
We'll put that in there, preparing it for you.
Awesome.
Bring these out. Don't grab for them. They are still. There we go. All right, so we're going to go into how to shape the pendants, how to do the design. I'm going to do a combo of both. So I'm going to do kind of the daisy design on there. Then I'm going to back it. I'm going to show you what you do with yours. We're going to actually make a combo.
Sweet.
It'll be kind of cool. So we're going to grab one of these rods here. Here. And make sure the sharp edges are off. We're going to start out like this. So you want it more on your right side than your left. So what's going to happen is you're going to start heating up here. We're going to create the base, the lens, per se, for the marble, or for the pendant. So you start heating, and it starts getting hot, and you start pushing it together. Now, I push from bottom up towards my left hand.
And like the opposite of the pulling, you push from.
Yeah, you don't want to push it this way.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You want to push it this way. Why? Because I'm pushing it from the center, and it flares out. It's pushing the glass in the center and making it flare outward.
Yeah.
And you only want to heat the rod. Notice I'm not heating the ball. So
Right.
I'll come down here. You only want to heat the rod because you want to add material.
Mm-hmm.
You just heat the rod, and I'm turning this every once in a while. The left hand is constantly turning, or you can do it the opposite. Up to you. But you just keep feeding it more material. It just keeps getting bigger as you go. Don't try and push it too much or you'll trap the air.
Okay.
Very simple. Nice and slow, nice and easy. Now, I don't know how big a pendant you want, so we'll gauge it from there. It's easier to remove glass than it is to add. So if it goes too big, we can shrink it.
Okay.
Okay. So once you have this, you're gonna have kind of a ball sitting there. Gonna heat it up. Like this. Same angle where it's kind of falling down onto itself. Bring it over to a mold, push it in.
Whoa.
Don't push it in too far. You want to have it just not like that. Almost like a mushroom. Okay. Once we have that, I'm going to attach another punchy to the top of the mushroom now. This is convict hold cap, meaning it's not completely fused, but it sticks. Just like that. You don't have to remember every step. I'll work you through it. Then we're going to burn this back end off. Very slow. Heat it at the rod again. Yep. Pull back.
So you're still turning with the left side.
Yeah. Now you can transfer it to your right hand right now if you want, but I'm going to do it lefty so you see. Just keep heating it up. So it gets there. Bring it over and flat. You should have that. Cool. Right? Cool. Now this is for the daisy part, okay?
Okay.
So because you want the yellow in the middle,
Yeah.
first colors you're going to do.
Right. Makes sense.
So we go down to a small flame. Heat it up.
Same thing that you're just heating the color mainly.
Yeah, just the color, and I'm going to push it in. Pull back like that. Cool. In here. So just rotate back and forth a little. Push in. Pull back. Just like that. One more time. Do very slow. Push in. Pull back. There. Cool. Now try.
Sure.
Okay. Very small, just a little bit. Rotate back and forth a little. Push in. Pull back. Just like that.
Okay.
You did good. Both of you did good. So you want to center it in as close to the center as you can.
It's fun to see the color. Like the color is the only thing that's hot right there.
Yeah.
It's just really fun.
Then you're going to take your white and do lots of it all the way around. Just going to.
Okay. But it's still just dots. You're just circling the in.
Exactly.
And with the center with the yellow, it's just going to be one dot, or will I do a couple?
You're going to do 3 or 4.
Okay, cool.
Try and keep them as close to the center
As possible,
as possible.
and without touching each other as well.
Yep.
Okay.
That's going to be the hard part.
That's what I figured.
One more there. So you're going to have multiple dots all the way around, okay?
Yep.
Now, part of this is, I'm just showing you some of this. Normally, I would have that yellow really tight in there, but I wanted you to get a feel for it.
Right.
So it's a little off right now. So this is the fun part. You're going to start heating this like this. Look over my shoulder.
Okay, so trying to just heat the.
Yep. Just going to keep it flat. You're going to have it with you too. Just going to keep heating this, and it's going to start melting in.
Oh, cool.
Just keep heating.
It's getting smaller.
Yes. Keep heating. Keep heating. What it's doing is it's sucking into itself,
Yeah, I can see that.
but it's going to magnify on the other end.
Right.
So when it gets to kind of round like that, you just kind of take this paddle it back flat, doesn't take much pressure, okay?
Right. It's more you're holding that there and pushing with
Yep.
the.
We're just gonna continue. And notice it's keeping it flat with the torch.
Yep.
Not going like this or anything.
Right.
That is the secret. Just keep doing it, and it's gonna get smaller. 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 So small it's getting now.
Yeah.
so cute.
It's almost unnoticeable now.
Right. But look at it from this end.
Oh wow,
Sick.
that's so cool.
So that's what it does. Once that happens, then we're gonna take and just paddle it flat one more time. Now I'm gonna put a background on this, but you're gonna use the Dichro, but I'm gonna show you how you're gonna apply it, because I didn't make much there.
Yeah.
Let's say I have some Dichro here. Yeah, we'll just stick this on. I don't know what it's gonna do, but we'll see. Yours is much thicker,
Okay.
but the principle will be the same. Keep it straight.
Yep.
So you're gonna heat this rod up. Attach it. Now the key is to only heat the rod, not the piece. See what I'm doing there?
Yep.
I'm just kind of pushing it. I don't want to distort that flower.
Right.
So now you start spinning, and as you start pushing through the center, guess what? It starts flaring outward.
Right.
This is a little thinner rod, so it's not working as well as yours will.
Okay.
I'll still make it work well, but
Yeah. And then it seems like you're spinning pretty fast.
yeah, trying to get that to push out.
Right. So it's kind of like how you were making the bowl
ball
in the first
itself.
stop.
Yep.
Okay.
Pushing from the middle out, but it's not distorting that flower.
Right. So it's different from the angle, but same
Yep.
technique.
Once you have enough on there, I'll take it here. It's going to get a little off, but I'll try and straighten it. Just gently. Push it down. Like that. Doesn't matter what it looks like right now. Run. Last part is we're going to punty up here to the back. We're just going to start melting, pull a little bit of that. This doesn't mess up right there. No, it won't really show. I know it's there. Yes, it actually is.
Okay, cool.
There's a lot of technical terms I won't repeat, but
What's your favorite one?
limp dig.
All right.
I mean, that sounds pretty self-explanatory.
So if you have a pipe that's leaning forward,
Yeah.
the bowl's going, that's called the limp dig. It should be a happy pipe going towards you. That's called the happy pipe. So once it's kind of round, we're going to go to the bigger mold. Let it kind of shape itself.
Cool.
Now you'll make it better than this one, but
The
this is the idea behind it. This still look cool.
Oh yeah.
So after this, we're going to put it, I'll show you how to do it around itself. If you don't want to do that, when you're done, let me know. But I always encourage people to do it.
Yeah.
I think it's, a lot of fun. Gotta let it cool for a second or it'll warp in there.
Right.
The bail.
Is that what the hook is called?
Yep. Bail, hook, thingamajigger, all kinds of stuff.
That's my favorite technical term.
There we go. So we're going to take a small rod, as your punty rod.
Okay.
Gonna take this one. This is gonna be your main rod for your tail. Make a small attachment like that, real small. Let it cool a little bit, and then you're gonna start heating about an inch to an inch and a half of it, just rotating it around a little bit. Once it's hot, bring it out, pull it down at a 45. And both arms up and push down. So you have a horseshoe. This is the key. Do not pull it to the side. Pull it straight up. You're going to shake around. Everybody does. I've even had a heart surgeon here doing that, going, this never happens. I said, well, it will with you. So you heat this up, and then you just use the tool.
Cool.
Press it down. One more thin rod. Here we go. This is called a cold tap, meaning one end is hot, one end is cold. Super hot, with a cold end, push in, pull back. Yep, and then we're going to burn this off, make it really clean. I don't want to have this big, massive blob on there. Just kind of let it melt in. Now you have your cook, okay? Now, like this one, I'm going to place at the top so the flower's towards the bottom. Cool. So you just kind of look at it, find the spot you want to place it. Heat up just that spot. That's how
Okay.
the balance right here.
And you're heating both
Both at the same time.
Okay.
Push in and pull back slightly. Check it this way. So it's sucked that way. And check it this way. Right or straight. We can always straighten it later too.
Right.
You want to check both directions. You think it's okay, then you just wiggle it off.
Okay.
That's why it's called a cold tap.
It's easy to pull it out.
Yeah, let that melt in. So it smooths it out. Grab your tweezers, put it through the hook, and break its umbilical cord. Done. Let it smooth out. Done.
Wow.
So cool.
Now let's see what the color looks like. I'm kind of curious
So
myself.
it's sweet and glowy.
I wish I could make it do that.
I
So
know.
sparkles coming out a little bit.
Oh,
wow. Yeah.
Cool. That's so
Now yours will
neat.
be a little brighter.
Cool. I love that idea, Dan.
Okay, so before we get started, does anybody need to use the restroom?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
We're-
I'll take you in. You need to go too.
Yeah, I might
Might
as
as
well.
well.
You just have to deal with the dogs.
Oh,
We're okay with that.
are they good?
Yeah, one's scared. The other one is a sweetheart. Enjoy their pizza.
Oh.
Like, that's gotta be one.
That's a really cool idea, the memorial glass.
Boobs. Hey y'all. Oh yeah. Inside of cheese. Pretty careful.
So I should keep the memorial thing idea for my parents. I feel like, you know, when it's Basker's time.
Oh yeah. Oh my god. Look at this. Mm-hmm.
Cool.
All right. So who wants to go first?
That is good.
I've probably got one more portion to show you. So for yours, it's going to be different. But you're going to apply the front the same way, okay?
Mhm.
I'm just going to show you your background.
Okay.
Then we'll turn you loose. So you're going to heat up just a little bit, like that. But I should probably tear that off a little bit. I'm going to take a small rod. You can use a bigger one if you want. Again, you're going to want to look over my shoulder. So you're going to heat it up here. Attach it. Keep the rod on the flame. You're just laying it on top of each other in a circle.
Got it. So you're kind of like coiling it around the outside of that.
Yeah. And this one you want to be semi-close to the flame. You don't want it super hot. You want to control it.
Okay.
So you don't want it too hot where it's moving all over the place.
And this would be with the color rod?
This is with what the latticino you're going to make.
Okay, got
So once you have that, we're going to heat it up.
it. Mm-hmm. And the latitude is just like the background part? Is that-
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, you're going
Making
to
sure that I'm
encase it.
understanding that. Yeah.
Take that. I'm just going to do this. See how it's kind of coiled?
Mm-hmm.
Just going to come over and kind of push it in just a little. And you're going to have all those designs
Oh, sick.
running all over the place in there.
Okay.
And then you're going to add it to your piece
Mm-hmm.
and just kind of mix it in there.
Okay.
It's going to be fun.
Can you do the sparkly thing in that with the Mai Tai, or is that too many things?
Maybe.
Okay.
Might be able to do that. Let me see if I can think about. Actually, it would look good. I have a different type of sparkle.
Mhm.
See this one?
Yeah.
So we can use a little bit of that with the two Mai Tais, and that'll sparkle like crazy.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
Okay.
yeah.
So let me grab that color. real
If it
quick.
can be sparkly,
Oh, yeah.
make it sparkly.
There's a will, there's a way.
Mhm.
There we go. I'm on the lighter.
Oh, it's following me. Hang on, even though-
So this will be the one we're gonna add.
Cool.
All right. So again, who's going first? I forgot.
Travis.
I am.
Okay. Let me get these colors out of the way that you don't need right now.
Right.
Because when you have the glasses on, it's really hard to see what's what.
I'm sure. There's some cool colors.
There are. The Mai Tai is a lot of fun.
I'm very
So we're out of the way. Okay.
Cool. Have a seat. Just remembering all the steps.
All the way up. So what we're gonna do is make the ball first.
Okay, cool. I guess what should pick how big I want it first.
Right.
I'd say like. Okay. Like this size. Probably what I was thinking.
Go ahead and house it. Make sure the outer flame is set just in case we need it.
Mm-hmm.
sure it goes down correctly. Like that. So you're gonna take a full-size rod.
Yep.
No sharp ends. Good. Hand and left hand up there. So this is gonna be more towards this way.
Right, and this is where I do the spin up top.
Yep.
And then this is going to be what pushes.
Yep. So just let it heat up. Keep it in the fire now. You'll know you're in it. See the fire dancing around right now?
Yes.
That's how you know
Okay.
you're in.
Yeah.
Depth perception will be off a little. Don't let it. You got to push it together a little. Tiny movements. Start heating the rod only. Tiny movements. Slower movement. Okay. Ooh. You can spin it fast. Spin this one. Keep the left hand. Now move your left a little bit around. Okay, now push together. Move the left a little. Push together. This one's always spinning all the time.
Oh, okay.
The left just moves every once in a while to keep it centered. Move your left now. Move your left. Push in. It's a really fine balance.
Oh, yeah.
Keep spinning. It's like patting your head and rubbing your tummy at the same time.
Yeah.
There you go. This is just building the bowl.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So if you want a pendant that size, we're going to start pulling apart here.
Okay.
So just rotate both hands. When you get to this point, stop and just let the flame cut the glass. Cool. Okay, transfer to your right hand. I don't know what they're barking for. So now we want to heat this up and we're going to form it into the dome.
Right.
This will be the front of your pendant. So angle yourself a little bit. This way. Yep. Okay, looking good. Now change your angle a little. Always keep it rotating to try and keep it centered.
Right. Okay.
There you go. No, you're doing good. Right there. Keep going.
Yep.
I'm just going to move you around occasionally.
Oh, yeah.
Doing good. Keep it going. Get it straightened out a little bit here. Okay, so we're going to go into the mold, okay?
Okay.
Don't push it too hard.
Yep.
Bring it over. So this mold right here. Go straight down. Okay, bring it up. Good. Good. This is all we're concerned with. Just this top part.
Yep. Okay.
Transfer to your left hand. Where's it? This one? No, it's too small.
Oh, too small. Okay.
Yeah. Just have one somewhere. You can use this one. Okay. Just heat the very tip of this.
Yep. Is this one of the cold tap things?
No, we're going to heat the front of that just a little bit.
Okay.
That piece too. So with your left, just heat the front just a tiny bit. The very tip only. Okay. Push it in. Bring it out of the flame. Pull just a tiny bit. Stop. Rotate both hands towards the same pace. Keep rotating. Don't worry about how it feels right now. We're going to fix everything so it's nice and smooth.
Yep.
Okay, bring it down same time. So we're going to heat right here. See that little work right there?
Yep.
Bring it out of the flame. Just kind of rotate. Let it straighten itself out. Go ahead, keep it all the left. I'm going to push up with the right. There. Now rotate. Same thing. We're just going to keep doing this.
Mm-hmm.
So keep rotating and pull apart a little bit as you're rotating, and it'll start straightening out. See that?
Mm-hmm.
Getting better. One more time. Right here. Bring it out. Good. That will work. Cool. Bring it down here. We're going to burn this off now.
This side, the left side, or the
Yep.
right?
Left side. So it's going to heat it up, and the left side's going to pull apart. Cool. You'll know it when it gets really gooey. Go ahead and pull. Keep it rotating. Go and cut it. There you go. Set that down. Hot end away from it. Yeah, you're doing good. Now you're going to want to heat this all the way around. Just the back end. Don't let it hit the front.
Oh, okay.
This end. You can let it dive in there though.
Okay.
I'm just gonna keep an eye on it
Yeah.
for a second.
I appreciate it.
See that little circle in there? So
Yeah.
trying to get that out.
Yep, that's what I figured.
See it kind of disappearing now?
Yep,
Just pulling all that forward.
totally.
Almost done with it. Just got this spot right there to worry about. Yeah. And then flatten down.
On the
Yep.
you here?
Keep pushing, pushing. If you want it kind of flat.
Okay.
We'll shrink it down
Yeah.
as you shrink it.
And then this is where we're perpendicular to the plane?
Yep. Well, not yet. You
Not
gotta-
yet?
You
Oh,
gotta
right.
add your designs.
Oh, right. Okay.
So I'm gonna cut this plane down. So little dots. Make it
And
as
it's
close
this-
to the center.
This gets hot, this doesn't, or they both do?
This gets hot. You're just applying the dye.
Okay.
You're gonna fuse it on there though. You bring your clear piece to the color.
Oh, okay.
So bring it to it.
In the flame?
Push in. Pull back slow. Just like that. Now get as close as you can to the next one. The center. Told you you'd shake. Get back. Doing good. Get another one in there. Find a spot to put it.
Okay. Got it.
Good.
Cool.
Probably one more minute.
Yeah, I was gonna say right in that. Huh. Uh-oh.
You're okay.
That's okay.
It's gonna shrink way down.
Yeah. And then so,
So now you're gonna do it with the white.
doesn't matter which
This
side.
end.
This end.
I already started.
And then it's just as many as I can all the way
As many
around?
as you can all the way around. Start from the middle out. There you go. Just let it melt. There you go. Remember, bring your clear to color. Anything you're applying stays in the flame, everything else stays out. You doing okay?
Yeah.
If you want to stabilize yourself a little more, lock your elbow into your rib, your other elbow. There you go.
Ah, yes.
What's that?
I'm a photographer by
Uh,
education, so when you don't have a tripod, you gotta lock it.
you got to lock it in. Yep.
Same thing with if you throw the frying person.
There you go. You're doing good. Go a little bit higher in the flame, and it'll be easier.
Yes, it is.
That little distance makes a huge difference.
It really does.
I have no idea why my TV just turned on. Happens all the time. all the time. A little higher in the flame.
I'm trying to think. It's
Get a little more on the outside.
okay. Yeah.
A little bit. Remember, it's going to shrink down.
Right.
That's why I pushed it down a little further. It's bigger than you want. As it shrinks down, it's going to shrink in size,
Mm-hmm.
diameter too. You're doing great now. Give yourself a little room on your right hand with the, if it gets too high. There you go. Just let me know when you think you have enough.
I think that's one more little spot here.
Okay. That's, like I said, it's your choice. You get to do it your way.
I just don't think there's much room left.
Okay.
Yeah, one more.
Okay.
Only one more thing.
No, no more after this one. Okay.
All right. So let's set this down. Then change your flame chemistry a little
Mhm.
bit.
It's funny. I'm sweating, but not because of the flame.
Okay. So now you're going to keep it.
Perpendicular.
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna do
Just start
this.
heating. Yeah. Just start heating the color first. The clear shouldn't be in the flame right away.
Right.
So I'm going to move the paddle to your other side.
Cool.
Slow to start, but once it starts moving, it really starts to go. There you go.
Oh, you're fine. There's also the camera was following you, so it wasn't watching him.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It's on AI.
You're fine.
It's focusing on you.
Yeah. Like, I'm not the interest here.
Now that it's starting to open, now you can kind of just right about there. Nice and slow though. When it starts wiggling around or wanting to, that's when you can start speeding up a little. See it's starting to want to wiggle.
Mhm.
Get out. And now we're going to go down to the small flame.
Okay.
Because now you want more control.
Right.
So get your paddle ready. Keep rotating with your right. Never stop rotating or it will droop. So don't slam it in there. Be very gentle, like it's a puppy.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead. Just kind of paddle, paddle, paddle. That's it. And back in. Little movements like that.
Yep.
Like this. Don't go too fast. Just let it fall in. That's slow it's going, and it's starting to fall in now. Nice and easy. Go ahead and paddle. Back in. It'll start to shrink down.
Mm-hmm.
How the physics work with this, I have no idea.
I
don't know why it pushes.
After you did it a few times, it was one of those things where I stopped trying to understand and I just started accepting.
Yep.
Something to do with thermodynamics, but they have zero to do with it.
Yeah, I have no idea. It just does it. Okay, when it starts looking rounded, that's when you start paddling a little bit. There you go, back in. You're going to change it just a little bit so that this single starts falling just a little bit in.
Yep.
See it working now?
Mm-hmm.
Letting it fall in. I'll tell you when to paddle over. Keep going. Keep going. Okay, give it a small. Okay, good. Back in. Same angle as you were. We'll go perpendicular here in a second.
Okay.
I can see from this end it's starting to push forward.
Cool.
So when it starts getting crazy, just bring it out.
Yep.
Bring it back. Try and keep it facing down, but still kind of perpendicular.
Mm-hmm. That's what you're saying.
Okay, paddle it over. Okay, back in the front. Go. Doing good. Get one more time, kind of paddling it through on this angle. Now you're going to stay completely. Kind of go like this. Okay. Now it's going to really start pulling in fast. Keep heating. We're going to want to get it a little rounder this time.
Mm-hmm.
Going. Not so much in there, just kind of let it keep going. Now you're going to start to see it shrink.
Mm-hmm.
Let it shrink. Keep going. It's getting even smaller.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, go ahead and paddle it flat. Good. And back in. So you do the same thing over again. See how the white's not really showing up on the edges too much anymore?
Right. Yeah, the amount of patience that you must have through this career.
Just learning. Once you learn something, it's pretty, like your standard pieces in stores, it take me like 5-6 minutes.
No shit.
Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to make?
It depends on what it is. Right now, as far as style, like the memorials, any of them.
Yeah.
I like doing something for people that gives them some closure. The 420 market, all I make anymore is glow in the dark ones.
Sick.
I actually invented that glass.
Awesome.
So that's all I make anymore. But like for the classes, I show people how to do the color changing and stuff. Doing good. Not flat. What you want to do is look at it from the back, see how it's starting to get in.
Yep.
Now we really want to start focusing on shrinking it
Okay.
really in. So just keep it going this way. We're going to really let it compress down. Like I said, sometimes there's different ways of doing things, and you just have to adjust on the fly.
Totally.
Just on the go by it.
Okay.
Just keep going at that angle.
The hard part is not to get too much of it in there.
This one you can kind of let it. See, now you're only heating the clear. The
Yeah.
clear is enveloping over the color. So
Mhm.
it's pushing it forward and out. Okay. So it's like collapsing over it.
Right.
There you go. Now it's looking really good. I can see it from this angle.
Yeah, I can see it too.
Keep going. Let me straighten out a little bit. There we go. Okay. Now let it kind of there. Bring it out here and barely paddle it. A bit more. Yeah. Almost there. Cool. Yeah, it's actually looking okay now.
Cool.
Doing great. Keep going. Keep going. Paddle it one more time. Okay, now shrink it back down one last time. You won't need to paddle again. Okay. Because now we're going to add the background to it.
Right.
Sparkle stuff. Yes. Sparkle pony. I actually had, we get kids in occasionally that were picking out their memorials, and I had someone say, "Can you make my grandma a sparkle pony?" I'm like, 10 years you'll hate me for it. All right, so transfer it to your left hand. Take this underneath. There you go. A little bit up higher. I don't know where exactly the hot spot is. Okay. So we're going to heat this up. Bring your piece closer. You don't want it cooling down. So you're not going to do anything to that piece. You're just
Right.
going to push this on.
Just pushing this.
Yeah, bring your piece closer. Okay. Attach. Now start pushing in, heating the rod a little bit. Remember how we twisted the ball? Gently pushing. Good, good. From there, pull back a little. Pull. Good. Okay, transfer it back to your right hand and melt all that in. Okay, I'll move around you. Just kind of let it sit out here.
Okay.
Just melt in. So we get rid of the scent it had.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Well, for some reason, I just think it's going to drip.
Yeah. Yeah, the conception is it's just going to fall off. And it won't. Put it up here. Change your angle this way. See how it's starting to just fall in and
Yeah.
down? Doing good. Don't heat the top. Heat where it's jointed at.
Gotcha. Okay.
A little bit more. So we're going to go back into the mold in a minute.
Yep. Same size mold?
We're going to probably go into this one.
Okay.
Closest to you. Okay, go ahead and do that now. Push it straight down in. Give it a push. Good, right there. Bring it up. Perfect.
Cool.
So go ahead and take it. I'm just kind of helping you fuse this in a little bit. All right, so the next part is we're gonna punty the back. We're gonna
Okay.
form the front. Okay,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna put the punty on this one. It needs to be
Okay.
really smart because you're gonna have to push harder on this
Yep.
one.
Sounds good to me.
Where's my-
Here's this. This is the one I was using. You make it look so easy.
You're not doing
A
it.
few 100,000 times, and it will be.
I mean, obviously, but you know, it's like I wasn't expecting that I wasn't going to shake, but I wasn't expecting to be like, oh wow, this is way more.
Imagine how the heart surgeon felt.
Oh yeah, ego crusher right there.
He was really cool though.
I bet.
Left hand right here. Okay. Right hand out here. So now we're gonna burn it off
At
at this point. Yeah, everybody's been really cool, mostly. I've only had one or two specials.
and then just burn the little.
We're gonna melt it all in.
Yep.
Yeah, I've had someone legally blind do this.
So cool.
Sounds like something Chris would do.
Yep.
He was his girlfriend bought it for him.
Was
He came
it-
in, he was really nice. He's like, if you can't do it, I get it. It's okay. And I'm like,
Would be all special.
Was his name Chris Marks?
he was albino.
No, it wasn't him. We have a friend who's legally blind who's basically like, yeah, the only thing that stops me from doing is seeing things.
He did really well though. And it was fantastic. And then I had someone with Parkinson's.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's got to be a challenge.
He wasn't worried about the shaking. It was really cool.
Oh,
It was just like, I'm already there. So
Already shaking, yeah.
I have better. And he did really good. So you really got to let this get.
Okay.
So we're going to go into the very center mold
Okay.
and you're going to give it a good push. This back end that's rounded will actually flatten.
Right. This is when we want to make it flat.
Okay, bring it over. Take your time. Remember, we can push it multiple times. Give it a push. Push, push, and bring it up. There you go.
Cool.
It'll come out beautiful. So
I mean, it's gonna be beautiful regardless. Perfectly imperfect.
it's different when it cools.
Yeah.
It looks better always because right now you're not seeing that yellow. Okay, so grab the next rod, yeah, and we're gonna punch you to this front.
And then it's
Just barely push in, pull back, stop. Turn this one off. A lot of back and forth. So this is how you do marbles. Back and forth, smaller and smaller and smaller attachments.
Okay.
Pull straight. There you go. Set that down, hot end away from you, transfer it to your right hand. Let's get you straightened out a little.
mhm.
The last part, we're gonna heat up here, flat down the area. But yeah, most of these have really cool heating. That was kind of a tool to his girlfriend now. It's like, are you done yet? I want to hurry up and get on. It's like,
This is not a game about
I
speed.
wouldn't want to be at your house tonight. It's not like I was like pushing them to get away. All right, looking good. So just keep heating up. So we're gonna flatten now, okay?
Okay.
Just on the flat surface, okay? Don't push it too hard.
Yep.
Go ahead and do it. Oh, careful.
Yep.
Good. Give it a push. Good. Bring it up. Nice.
Now we're just kind of trying to get rid of that rim.
Which we're gonna do here in a second.
Okay.
So one last punty to the back end. Thank you. So just get that hot. Try and get it straight so it droops down onto a straight point. There you go. Bring it out of the plane. Push it in a little. Pull back. Stop. And you see, this is going to be the last time you're going to push it into a mold,
Mhm.
and then we're going to do the hook.
Switch hands again?
Yeah.
Alright.
So this one you really want to get kind of semi-aggressive with an angle. Let me get this straightened out.
Yeah.
So you want to let it kind of droop forward now. Go ahead. So you only want to heat the very front surface all the way up to the rim. So what that's going to do, it's going to bring it forward, actually shrink it down in size of diameter. And then when we push it in the mold, it's going to round it out. So it'll magnify that daisy even more.
Mm-hmm.
Looking good. Awesome, actually. Keep going. So you're getting a little bit smaller.
Mm-hmm.
So the mold you're going to go into is the one that's closest to you again.
Okay.
Go ahead and push it in. Very nice and easy. Take your time. Give it a push. Done. Get up. So now we're just going to smooth it out.
Okay.
Every time it goes in the mold, it creates a little
Rim.
fine line.
Yeah.
But don't worry about that rim.
Okay.
I would actually leave it.
Okay. Cool.
Find that?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I think it's kind of fun that the petals are uneven, so you get that little bit of sparkle at the top.
You don't want to see it machine made looking.
No, exactly. That's what I said. Perfectly imperfect.
I want to kind of have a character to it. All right, so hook time. Remember the small one goes in your left hand.
You want to cut that? I just saw you do it the other time. I don't know if that's any difference.
It just melts in, but
Okay. Yeah. I just didn't.
oh, you're fine. Good to ask though. So remember, we're going to do a small attachment there,
Okay.
straight on like this. Then after you do that, we're going to heat an inch of
Keep
it
both
up.
sides, or
Yep. Keep both sides, just the tips. Rotate them around. Attach. Push it in and pull back a little. Done. Let it cool. And now we're going to heat about 1.5 inches of this up. And remember, as you go to pull this, you're pulling it down at a 45-degree angle. Keep rotating. There you go. Back and forth. It's going to get really wonky. You bring it out. Slow pull, downward, angle, up, up.
oh right.
This way. There you go. Pull. Pull. Now bring both arms up same time. And then push down a little. Bring it closer in. There. Good. Put it right there. Bring both hands over. It gets hot on your left hand, letting that pull straight up. With the flame cutter. There. Bingo.
My name is Captain Hook.
Keep it in your left hand. So the way we do these, you don't heat the spot you want to move,
Right.
heat away from it. So
Okay.
this is the area you want to heat. Go ahead and move it slowly at a time. Okay. See how that? Okay. So see where it's joined right there?
Yeah.
We're going to heat around that area. You're going to use those tweezers to pinch it.
Okay.
Okay. Pinch it. There you go. Perfect. Bring it up. Nice. Okay. So, okay. Grab this. When you do this, we're going to don't jam it in there again. Like it's a puppy.
Yep.
Just round it, spin it. There you go. Do the other side, one side at a time.
Gotcha.
Spin it. There you go. See how it's working?
Yep.
There you go. Now it looks wonky, but when we pull it off, it won't.
Totally.
Go ahead and set that down. Nope. This tool. This is the cold tap. So
Right.
This one up only.
And then I'm doing it right to the top.
Yep. Go ahead and just push it in a little and pull back. And stop. Both hands over at the same time. We're going to burn it off from here. What's going to happen is you're going to pull it very slow. That's okay. Just keep that rod in your left hand.
It just kind of came apart.
Yep. Gather it up, push it in, pull back, slow. Okay. Very slow, start pulling. Keep pulling. Good. Like that. Good. Cool. Let's see how this looks. Keep it handy.
Mm-hmm.
See how it looks before we put that down. What I want this to do is fall on that thinner part of the hook right there.
Yeah, it's okay. I see what you're doing.
See how I just fold it up?
Yep.
Okay, so we're going to heat up here, and you're just going to attach that just to the very tip up there, and we're going to pull it off just a little bit.
Okay.
Then push it on. Pull back, slow. And just keep pulling. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Keep pulling. Okay. Perfect. Cool. Now we're going to go ahead and set that down or in the water, whatever you want to do with it. Now we're just going to let this fall down again. Okay. It's going to make a perfect hook.
Cool.
It's going to have a solid attachment so it won't break. So take this in your left hand underneath mine. Look at where you want to put it. So kind of put the hook around somewhere and see how you like it.
I think here.
Okay. So remember, that's how it goes. Some people put it on sideways by accident. So you keep here. Then heat the hook up. Remember to rotate the hook around just with the very. So the other side is the front.
That's the front?
That's the front.
Okay.
Keep heating more of the hook. So push it in. Bring it out of the flame and pull back just a little. Stop. Now check its side and front.
That looks good.
Yeah. Check it from the front.
That looks a little wonky, but other than that,
Not really.
maybe it's just the
Just this rod.
refraction. Yeah. Yeah, I like it.
Okay, bring it down over the bench. Wiggle your right hand. Let's wiggle your right hand. Up and down. Like that.
Cool.
Then we got to polish that out.
Mm-hmm.
No, just going to let it sit in the flame.
Okay.
Good. Grab the tweezers right next to them. Heat them up with just a touch in the flame. Good. Bring it out. Stick it through the hole. Not so close. Right here. Bring it through the flame. And whack it on there. Like that.
Cool.
Move that out. In the flame.
Oh yeah, I was just making sure.
Yep.
Got
Just
it.
hold it this way. Cool. Just let it sit in there. A little more under this way.
Okay.
And it'll start to blend right in.
Mm-hmm.
Keep it in there. More that way. Sorry, I won't put your hand in the fire.
No, I don't think that's going anywhere near there.
And bring it out and hold it straight up and down like it's hanging. There you go.
Cool.
And it'll look really cool when that yellow comes out. You
Yeah.
almost have like a heart in that yellow. I don't know if you
Fun.
can see that.
I like it.
Hard.
Oh yeah, it definitely wasn't. I mean, it's.
No, I'm glad you did it because it's a challenge. I like that.
I do too, and it's like it's fun to look at it and see like, yeah. When I think about it, it's like you said, it's very machine. It's exact, and I'm like, but that's character-wise with an imperfection. It's fun.
You had the hard one.
Woo!
I feel like
Sweating.
honestly, my legs are tired. They are sitting down. I feel like
What were you doing there, huh?
No, I think it's just that like holding your body, that anticipatory
Oh,
feeling.
sure,
It's
yeah.
just like, okay, what do I do? This is so new. It's so different.
Thanks for warming the seat up one.
Oh, no problem.
Yeah, this is a longer version of that color when I pulled it.
God, that is
Oh wow.
So I think we're going to use a little longer rod for you so you don't get too close to it.
Okay, I appreciate that.
Put these away.
What? I mean, it like we both do some acrobatic stuff, and you always talk about doing things like timed well.
Yes.
And this is a whole different appreciation of like
Timing?
what a second is versus like, oh, 5 seconds isn't nearly as long as you think it is, or
Exactly.
or then it gets to a certain point and you're like 1 second makes it droop really big and you're like, oh god, this is
Sure, it's okay. Fine. Left hand there, right hand out here. So you're going to want to have that the shorter end. This is the longer end, okay? Right about there. So just rotate it, and we're going to separate. Now, after we do this, you're going to make your latticino. We'll start slow. There you go. Cool. Set the left hand down. Take this in your right. I mean your left, sorry.
Okay.
There goes the
Other left.
dyslexia
The
again.
other right.
Yeah, it's the dyslexia. Just like this. Okay, you have it? Okay. That's a great.
Oh.
There you go.
Okay.
So you don't want to do it sideways. Pardon my reach.
Go for it.
You want to have it this way.
Okay.
So,
Oh yes, because I'm.
yeah, you're going to be driving up with your left.
Mhm.
This stays exactly in here.
Okay. And so I'm basically like painting.
Yeah. Just keep the color in the flame. Just let it melt.
And then painting? Or am I doing.
You're just pushing up with your left.
Okay.
No,
Am I
you're not
twisting?
twisting.
Okay. Got it.
Straight down. Right there. Pull back. Okay. When you get those tails, just let it melt in. Okay. Okay. Other side now. Start at the top. Drive up with your left. It's opposite of writing.
Sure.
Beautiful. Pull back. Just let it melt. There you go. Melt that in. So now we're going to use that blue sparkle color to give you that pizzazz. You're going to go in between either one of those sides.
what initially got you into lamp working?
Parents,
Oh yeah, you said that. Now it's all she asked you that. Now I'm like remembering.
they made stuff I didn't like the pianos and the bird baths. To be honest, I used to take them out in my backyard and shoot them with my BB gun because they exploded so well.
Oh my bet.
I never took to this day. They don't have unless I watch this. But
I won't send it to him.
okay, do the other side. We'll just make it really good.
Got it.
Those are they like paintball gun looking things by the computer? Sweet.
Oh yeah. So the gun is actually a ray gun that we're going to be installing. We're doing a Men in Black build. If you look close, you'll see a little alien guy there. It's one of my starts.
Oh my
So they're
god.
high
Oh
little-
yeah.
I'm going to hide little aliens throughout the computer. Yep, I got you.
That's so cool.
All right. So we're going to punchy this up.
Yeah.
To heat both sides. So start heating the left at the same time, rotating it around. Got to heat both. Yeah, this is the awkward part. I'll help you with the left. You focus on the right.
Okay.
Okay. Attach. Again. Pull back slow. No more pulling. Rotate towards you, same time, same pace. Both hands move same time. Same time. Away from you or for you, whichever
They have
you
to
want to do.
move in the same
Yep,
direction.
same direction.
Okay,
You don't
that's what
wanna
I was spinning it in the
Let's
opposite
just,
direction.
let's just heat it up and get it straight. Bring it out. You just want the rod straighter.
Okay.
So you can pull a little bit on it while spinning. There you go. See how it feels straight, but it doesn't look. It doesn't matter what it looks like. It
Okay,
has
it's
to
about it feel.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
All right. So now we're going to start at this end. This is where you're going to be twisting, okay?
Yeah.
It's going to feel awkward. Hello. So just start here. Anywhere is fine.
Wait, and I'm twisting only
Any
one
direction
hand?
you want. Yep.
Okay. So,
Thank you very much. Keep rotating.
Yeah.
And twist with one hand. Start pulling with the left. Pull. There you go. Slow, nice and slow. Rotate your right hand a little bit at the same, so you keep all the way around. The right hand starts and stops, and stops. Just keep pulling with your left and twisting. Keep pulling. There you go. See?
Yeah.
There you go. Keep
Got
pulling.
it. It's just getting the rhythm down.
Yep. too hot, just bring it out of the flame. Keep twisting, twist faster, twist faster. There you go, keep it full. Twist, pull, bring it out of the flame. Bring it back down, on with the bolt, there you go. Twist, pull, bring it out. There you go, now you got it. Just heat the bulky part. Bring it out. Everybody's a little different, like I said, there's more than one way.
Sure.
You're doing awesome. This is hard. This is not easy.
Fun.
Well, it's fun too because I feel like there'd be times where it's like, oh, I'm starting to like get in the flow, and you're like, all right, next step. I'm like,
Right,
damn it.
that happens a lot.
Got that.
Okay, now you're getting towards the end. Just twist, 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 twist. Come to this end.
Okay.
Just kind of pull straight out. Leave a little color on that clear. Good. Put that in the water and crack it off.
Crack it.
Like you mean it. There you go. All right, so
Color
left
on that.
hand. There you go. So this is where you're going to layer it on top of each other. So it's going to wrap around like a snail coil.
Okay.
So hold it again like pencil grip.
Okay.
This.
Does it need to be on the sharp end? Or?
No, we're going to bulk this up a little bit.
So then what do I do?
So
Oh, wrapping
you're
it
gonna
around
wrap
like
it
this,
around this way.
Okay, got it. So
There you go. So bring the piece, bring the clear to the color.
Mhm.
Attach. Keep the color only. Just let it slowly wrap on top of it. It's okay. But nice and slow. It'll just melt. There you go. See?
yeah. Okay. I'm going a little wonky at first, but
It's okay. You're gonna have a cool pattern. when you're
figuring
done.
it out.
Okay.
Lord, it's getting hard to turn
Okay.
around.
Right about there, and that's about as big as we want to go. Full
Just
first.
let it.
Yeah.
Grab.
Just put that down, hot end away from you. So what we're gonna do is you just transfer it to your right hand since it's easier for you. We're gonna start rounding this up a little. You just simply relax your left hand. There you go. Just kind of let it
Melt into a blob.
Yep. But don't get the clear rod hot. You just gotta kind of keep it.
That's the color.
Yep.
Specialized in, wonky pieces. You could name your shop Willy Wonka's.
Yes. There's a few people that actually have that. Bring it out here, keep hold.
Uh-huh.
Come towards me. There you go. So we want to heat just the surface.
Got it.
There you go. See the patterns in it?
Yeah, it's
That's
really
what you're gonna
rad.
have.
Rad and weird. I like it.
Stella. Lay up here. Kind of let it fall into place. Now, when you start getting in here,
Mm-hmm.
you can start using the smaller mold, kind of start shaping things.
Okay.
So it kind of pushes it into its shape. So you're going to go up to this one here.
Okay, right now.
Yeah, go ahead. Bring it up. There you go. Just kind of let it start falling into itself and going back and forth to that mold.
Sure.
Try and get that little tall part right there. Just kind of let it. It's okay. You're doing good.
Okay.
Kind of let it just fall into itself. Keep going. Let it cool. If it gets out of control, just bring it out. Okay. Heat up the front again. Make sure you get that really tall part right there. Okay, go ahead and push it into that same mold. See, it's rounding out.
Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Yeah.
I like that it's lit up too.
It's so incredible how
One more time.
easy it is to manipulate the glass, yet how unfragile it is once it's hot.
Yes. Looking good. Okay, so what we're gonna do now, we're gonna punt you up to the front of this. Any one of those, yeah. You got just the front,
Just the front of this?
the
Or
front
just
of
the
that
front of
one.
the punting?
Yeah,
Okay, got it.
you bring it up. Pull back a little, stop. We're gonna mop off this end.
Cool.
Rotate it around. Bring it out. Okay, then switch hands again, because you're right-handed.
Mhm.
We're gonna kind of melt that in.
Cool.
Just kind of rotate it around, let it melt in. Help yourself.
Oh no, I was looking at this because I was saying to Daisy that the memorials is something that my parents would be super into
Once their dog dies.
once our family dog. I mean, he's like 7 or 8 now, but he's a little guy. So,
Yeah,
but like our other dog that passed, the same thing. We were like, we never want another one type of thing. So I was like that, and they love art. They love glass art and stuff like that. So
well, we like it because it allows people to put it up. You don't have to tell anybody what it is.
Yeah.
yeah, exactly. It's just a beautiful piece of art that has so much more meaning than
Yep.
you know other people will be able to see at the surface.
There you go. See how it's round now?
Mm-hmm.
Doing awesome. So what happened is you collapsed everything down in a random chaotic pattern,
Yeah.
and it's going to be chaotic when you magnify it. It's going to be yours though.
Woo.
Go ahead, one more time in the mold. Nice and easy this time.
So,
Okay, so bring it out. So I want you to look at the front of this as
Mhm.
it's pulling, and then look at the back side. Which side do you want to stick out?
The front, this part.
That part?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's perfect. Transfer it to your left hand. Okay, take this.
Sure. Continue.
Well, you're going to actually start adding glass to that.
Oh,
We're
okay.
gonna bulk it up.
Oh, because this is the front.
That's the front.
Got it. Cool.
Okay, so I'm going to change your flame just a little bit.
Cool.
Okay, bring your piece to the clear.
Uh-huh.
See that? Okay, now you're only going to heat the rod. And slowly start pushing it. A little closer in first. Okay. Just slowly push in. This is like a pro. Up a little higher in the flame. There you go. It'll move much faster up there.
I've probably played with more fire than her, but she's made more art than I have.
Oh, yeah. We're going to talk about who has artist hands.
Okay, and then start pulling apart. Nice and slow. Just let the flame cut it from here. Beautiful. Okay, transfer it to your right hand now. Now we're going to kind of let this
Shape that.
mushroom over your color. Cool. Start just on the front. Yeah, you got this. Cool.
It was funny. That's why I noticed I wasn't coming closer to the flame, but if I was close to here, I could feel my hand start to drift one direction or another.
It's weird. The subconscious moves things. And you're not thinking about it.
Mm-hmm.
They
That's
start
super
rotating
cool.
that. There you go. I don't have to tell it. Got it. So I was just going to kind of envelop over that.
This is really fun.
Oh yeah, I would do this again in a heartbeat.
Well, if you do decide to do it again, it's not the same, like, beginning stuff you already know.
Right. So you kind of just go right into making something.
Yeah. Because it wouldn't be fun to do the same thing over and over and over.
Right.
I mean, unless you're that kind of person.
I mean, I'm partially that type of person. Where I'd be like,
I actually had a guy that came in and made nothing but jars. And he would make 5 of them and he was selling them to pay for the class.
So
I
fun.
don't know how he sold them for that much money, but
I mean,
more power to
People will
you.
buy anything.
that, and even if you offset it a little bit,
Really cool.
You're doing perfect. That's absolutely perfect.
I mean, yeah, and honestly, you make 5 jars, you have 5 family members one time. You're like, hey, I want to go back and make something else.
And you're going to go into this mold closest to
Closest to
you.
you.
Yeah. Perfect. Bring it up. Now, you're going to kind of look at it this way. See the chaos?
So cool.
Okay. Okay, so I want you to punch it to the front of that.
Okay.
So that can run real quick. It's a little straight.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and punch it to the very front. Burn off the back a little. Okay, so you're going to get real close and just rotate it around and burn it off. Go slow. Okay, go ahead and set that rod in the right hand down. Take this, we're going to add right below my hand. There you go. It's hot past that point.
Okay.
Since we got some extra sparkle, just add it in.
Okay. Into the bottom?
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
So it'll be reversible technically.
Yeah.
Yes, it can get warm.
So you don't have to do it there.
Yeah, just very nice and slow. Trying to get it closer to the center. There you go. Okay, now pull it apart slow from here. Boom, boom. Good. So round that up a little bit.
If you're ever in Seattle and need, the best massage that you've ever had before,
I will for Stephanie.
we got you.
She just got diagnosed with cancer, so
Oh,
I want her to get.
Yeah.
It's treatable.
awesome.
Very, very treatable.
That's
So,
awesome.
Really great.
But she's gonna be. And we'll probably pick you up on that.
Absolutely.
We both have cards.
Just kind of let it slowly fuse in.
Okay. It looks really cool. Right now.
It looks like a fire mushroom.
I know. I was just
I know,
gonna say
right?
that. Like, it's really sick.
Hey, when I tell you to, just flatten straight on the flat part of the carving.
Okay.
Go ahead. Take your time. You got plenty of time. Give it a push, 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 push. Bring it up. There you go. So we're going remember how you fused the two together before?
Mhm.
You're gonna do the same thing. Okay.
Is it better to hold it at an angle?
Yeah,
A little bit like
it's
that?
kind of back and
Further.
forth. You just kind of have to feel it.
Yeah.
So just kind of let it roll that way, and then when you see it starting to move, you can angle it down.
Okay, cool.
So
Just
just
kinda
use your
follow
best judgment on it. This is where I kind of want you to just feel it.
Yeah. There's definitely, like, this is a step that I think both of us do, but you can't really mess this part up. You just work it. If you're not doing it correctly, you kind of change the angle, change this, and figure
You
it
can
out.
come back and fix it.
Yeah, which is really nice.
You're gonna go ahead and flatten here in a minute again, okay? That little sharp edge is just gonna keep disappearing. Cool. Go ahead and flatten. Good, bring it up. Perfect. That's a perfect flat edge. So now we have to punch it to the back so we can make that round again.
Okay.
So you should have a punchy rod over there.
Okay, that's one.
That one, yep. Cool. So get the tip hot.
Yeah.
Just kind of round it. Cool. So doing both hands, if you're not used to it at the same time in this, it's awkward. Go ahead and attach it. Push in a little. Not too thin. Give it more of a push. Cool. Stop. Now burn this one off. A little higher on the point. There you go. See how fast it moves
Oh,
up there.
yeah.
Transfer it to your right hand. So we're going to do the last little bit of pushing in the mold. So this is where you're shaping it. So you really want to angle it this way.
Got it. No, because you want it to be round. Hello, gravity.
It's okay.
Making it help. I'm just mostly for myself.
If you knew everything, you wouldn't be here.
Exactly.
Okay, so you're going to use the very center mold and just start barely pushing it in, not hard. Okay, go ahead. You're just starting to shape it. Bring it up. You get it to where you like it, okay?
Okay.
Then we'll do the hook. And detach. Go ahead and shape it. You don't want it overly high. Bring it up. Go ahead. and see how you like it.
To be a little rounded on one side.
Okay.
A little wonky.
It's fun. I
If
feel
you
like
want to
we,
round the edges out, use this one.
feel like we both had a different type of challenging step with her making the Latino.
We did.
And then with,
They
the,
were both-
with the dot work. It's a different type of challenge, but
They
it's
were
fun
both
to
different.
it's fun to watch those elements.
Yeah, I was just checking. You guys did really good for time.
Cool.
People are pretty slow at this.
Well, you have experience in fire and I have experience in art, so.
Well, and I mean, not that you needed to repeat it to the level you did, but it's like I trusted you to not let us make something that's terrible. So
Yeah,
it's
no.
like, okay, yeah, if I'm doing something a little weird, you're just gonna come in and assist.
Yeah, I'm not gonna let you.
And so, and it makes it easy to be like, I'm not doing anything wrong. I just need a little help. So that,
That's the thing. I want you doing it.
which is really cool. It makes it much more of a experience.
That's what I think. Yeah, I've had a lot of people talk about experiences going to the bigger studios with the big furnace, and they don't get to do as much.
Yeah.
It's not their fault though.
No, I mean, but it's,
Because they can only allow so much. It's a different type of glass, and it's very. You gotta have two people that really know what they're doing to help you.
yeah.
It's good.
I think so.
Okay, let's let it cool a little bit before we put it in there, or it'll dent.
Sure. It's so orange right now.
Yeah,
I know. It's so cool though.
you don't even see the sparkles
You
coming out.
do a
Here.
little bit.
Do you?
Just in
When
the
you
center.
twirl it,
When
you
you
can
twirl it,
see
you can
it.
see it towards
Okay,
the
good.
center a little and towards the
Outside,
It's a little bit
outside.
less sparkly, but I like it.
So fun.
So cool.
There you go.
Oh wow.
Dude.
That's so cool.
Like,
All right, so you could, with yours, you could do either a clear hook or the Mai Tai hook.
I don't know.
It'll look good. It'll look good with either way. If you want it to kind of the hook to blend with it, you want to do the Mai. If you want the pendant itself to stand out, you do clear.
clear.
Clear? Okay. Left
That's what I
hand.
would have done too.
Right hand. So you're gonna get just the tips of both hands away from each other right now. Okay, now attach. A little. Pull back. Stop. Rotate either direction to you all at the same time at the same pace.
Okay. With it in that way, yeah.
Not yet. Okay. You want to let it cool down a little.
Okay, got it. And you want it to feel
Yeah.
straight.
So you're going to heat about an inch to an inch and a half like this all the way around. And remember, when you pull it, you're pulling it down to the ground at a 45-degree angle. Okay. Bring it out of the flame, slow pull. It's okay, it'll pull. Slower, slower, slower. Pull now. Pull, pull. Bring both arms up, same time. Bring them up this way.
Oh, that's it.
Push it down a little. Like that. Stop. Bring both arms down same time. This is the tricky one. You've got to pull straight up with it. Just let the flame cut it. There. Awesome job, actually.
Yeah, that was
Pretty good.
a lot smoother than mine was.
I didn't feel like it.
You both did good.
Not that we're comparing, but
So for this, you want to heat here. So
Okay.
you're going to use the tweezers to just push that in.
Okay.
It's okay. Take your time. We can reheat this as many times as you want.
Okay, cool.
All right. So when I tell you to, you're going to clamp with the tweezers that little nut and the stem here. Okay.
Okay.
You're going to pinch them together. Go ahead.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Do it again.
A little bit more. Okay. Tweezers down. Like this. Heat up the very tip of that rod. Okay, bring it to the top of this. Push in. Pull back. Stop. Right there. Switch hands. Okay, so we're gonna start melting this off.
Okay.
So you're just gonna heat it here. Okay. Keep a hold of that. We're gonna get a lot of that off.
Okay.
So we're gonna heat it up and then you're gonna attach it out of the flame.
Okay.
And pull. Go ahead. Pull slow. Not too slow. It's okay. Use the flame. Pull. Pull. Perfect. And the water, crack it off.
How hot's the torch?
Whoa, shit.
Roughly about 4,500 Fahrenheit. It's okay. Just there you go. Transfer it to your right hand. So you want to kind of let this droop just the tip on down to that. See where it's thin right there?
Yes.
Just let it kind of start falling towards the thin spot. So let it droop this way. See where I'm going with this?
Sort of.
Just kind of heat it up
Yeah. Okay, got it.
and then let it fall. See where it went?
Yes.
Actually, I don't know if I'd pull any more off than that.
Cool.
I think it'll look cool with that.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it too.
All right, fun part. So left hand below my arm. There you go. Look at it from the front. Figure out where you want to attach this. Yeah.
Yeah, there's like no.
So my
It's not a
thought,
bad spot.
my thought is like there, because there's that kind of
Right here.
teardrop looking thing in the middle. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so you're gonna hold this like this.
Mhm.
Start heating the nub of the hook. Bring the hook below the piece.
Okay.
And remember, look how you're going to attach it. Not sideways, the other way.
Okay.
Nope.
Oh.
Straight that way.
Okay. Wait.
Yep.
So there's a bigger part towards the front?
Yes.
Okay, got it.
So start heating up the nut on there. Rotate to the other side of the nut. I'm going to keep the left controlled for you.
Okay.
A little bit more. Rotate back to the other side. Okay, attach. Push it in. Heat it back up. You got to do it quick.
Sorry.
That's okay. Attach. Push it in. Pull back slow. Done. Now look at it from side. Make sure it's straight in the front.
It's not.
And just move it. If it's not straight,
There
we
we
can fix
go.
it. You want it like that?
I think so.
Okay. Bring it down.
Oh wait, this is the part that's gonna go into the.
Yeah, that's going into the.
Whatever. It looks fine.
It's up to you. However you want it to hang.
I mean, this way it'll hang kind of down, right?
Yeah. You want it hanging down or
No.
straight up and down? Keep
Straight
hold.
up and down.
I'll help you with it.
Okay.
We're just going to keep here.
Mhm.
Keep a hold.
Okay.
You get to do this with me.
Got it.
It's nothing but that.
Yeah. I screwed it.
We're okay. No, we're all right.
Oh, that's great.
I'm going to make sure it's right.
I kind of like the little twist in the front too.
See?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do is just heat it. Here.
Mm-hmm.
Here. Push it right like that.
Cool.
Let it cool. Okay, now wiggle this one. Up and down. Like that.
Baller.
Keep that. And then we're going to smooth that out. Like that. All right. Last part. Transfer it to your left hand. Put it through the, preheat this just a little. Put it through the hook. No. Like that. Clamp it down. Bring it through and break it off. You just keep this here and put the rod in your left hand down. Just keep it there and let it smooth out. It'll smooth out. Just let it sit there. Going. flame will travel up.
Okay.
There we go. So I'm going to show it to you. Go ahead and let go. This is the back.
Oh, sick.
What?
There's your front.
That's so
Where the
fun.
front is.
There's your back.
That's so rad.
I have a pendant one of my buddies made me where it's literally like
I'm like, where's the back?
I have,
You can wear it.
you can wear it that way
Yeah.
because I have the one I'm talking about. I've literally done that where I was like, for a year or so, I had it the one way and I looked at the back. This side is so cool
Yeah.
too, and literally just flipped it around.
Completely reversible. So that's the
I
goal.
did manage to shatter them.
What's that?
With one of the punts, one of the punties rocks, I managed to shatter just above the mold.
It doesn't matter. We're all good.
It's still
All right. So this is going to take a little while to temper.
cool.
Yeah.
But most importantly, did you have fun?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. That's my goal.
Oh yeah. It was super fun.
Turn the string on.
Oh shit. Trying
So
to
you
get out of your
guys-
way, getting ready to do it.
You're all right. So you will be on under glass